Hello everyone, welcome to Misty Rhapsodies by Reema. Today I am going to review a movie called Tribhanga. Tribhanga, Tedi Meri Crazy is a family drama film produced by Ajay Devgn Films, Alchemy Films, Banijay Group of Asia, written and directed by Renuka Shahane, starring Kajol, Tanvi, Azmi and Mithila Palkar in leading roles. The film revolves around the dysfunctional family of three women and their unconventional choices. This Netflix original film marks Kajol's digital debut, playing a known actor and an Odissi dancer Anuradha Apte, who resents her writer mother Nayan, Tanvi Azmi. Added to the mix is Anu's daughter Masha, played by Mithila Palkar, who's about to have a baby. The film opens up with a biographer Milan, played by Kunal Kapur, interviewing his subject, the famous writer Nayantara Apte, who's now suffering from arthritis due to which she cannot write anymore. During one of their conversations, she suffers a stroke and lands up in a coma where her daughter Anuradha is seen arriving at the hospital in her Odissi attire. Anuradha screams, even her speaking is screaming, using some choice Hindi swear words at anybody and everybody. The biographer exists so that the flashbacks are narrated rather than reminisced about in the hospital room with a comatose Nayantara. The flashbacks include divorce, sexual abuse, open relationship, live-in relationship, a Russian boyfriend, pregnant out of wedlock, single motherhood, etc., etc. So basically nothing is spared to talk about these three generations, but with a dim narrative. By the way, the biographer also exists so that Anuradha can keep muttering terms like Jhatu and dash and dash. Anuradha addresses her mother as Nayan instead of I, but it becomes confusing for me to see how she will grow to appreciate her I only when the biographer reveals his recorded footage. She's forced in a way to re-examine her long-held beliefs. Nayantara in the past is seen stifling her life as she wants to become a writer, and how she isn't able to cope up with the expectations that come from an Indian married woman. Once she decides to leave her husband, it's punctuated with a classic bad scene where a female teacher is seen humiliating the little Anuradha in the classroom just because she uses her mother's surname instead of father's. Which teacher does that? Nayantara makes some grave personal life errors, dating predators and marrying someone whose brunt was borne by young Anuradha and her little brother played by Vaibhav Tattvavari as Robindro, who in turn embraces the film industry later when she grows up, and so on and so forth. And then her daughter Masha undoes all the flashy feminism by marrying into a conservative family. I see the ideas on paper, but the translation of it to the screen lack both nuance and depth. We had seen the recent biopic Shakuntala Devi, which told the same story from the perspective of a famous mother. Truly speaking, both the films make a mess of the treatment and not forgetting the tone of the performances. After all these years, Kajol seems to still be stuck in big screen mode, babbling character traits of an outspoken Bollywood actress dealing with a crisis, instead of incorporating them. So what I think, she mistakes her conversation for dialogue. Mithila Palkar is wasted. The elegant Tanvi Azmi is reduced to sheer interviews and comatose silence, while Kunal Kapur plays a pensive Hindi biographer. The title Tribhanga is nice, derived from an Indian classical dance pose which is described as imperfect but beautiful. In one scene, Anuradha describes Nayan as the slightly off-center pose Abhang, Masha as the imbalanced Samabhang, and herself as Tribhang, the pose with three bends at varying angles. I do understand that the process of making such an intense family drama can be a very challenging experience, specifically when the writer-director wants to put forth the reality that yes, mothers falter, they sometimes fail. It is important not to judge them and not to expect them to be godly-like people who will know everything and will work out everything perfectly. Honestly, Tribhanga doesn't succeed. It turns the intimate family drama into a dim presentation with an unbearably screechy lead performance. I would give it a 2.5 over a 5. Goodbye, take care, meet you next time.